What's up, everybody? Welcome to today's episode of the Tatiana Harness Pod. I'm very excited to be on with you guys. I have a great episode for you, something a little bit different that we haven't gone over before, and it's something I've been doing some research on, something that my dad, shout out to all the fathers, it is Father's Day today, so happy Father's Day. But my dad also influenced me to do a podcast on this, and so I'm really excited because it's something different and new that maybe you guys don't know a lot about. So today I'm talking about the FIBA AmeriCup that's coming up soon, in which there's certain countries that are in this. So each country that's in this, we have Argentina, Brazil, El Salvador, Mexico, Puerto Rico, Canada, the United States, China, Colombia, Dominican Republic. I believe that's all I have listed so far. So right now, a couple of the teams have put out their training camp roster, basically is what it is, where they essentially invite a bunch of people to come that are part of their country. So for example, like Brazil, if you're Brazilian, then you'll get invited to come if you're good enough. And then they'll make a final cut and then they'll play from there. So it's very exciting. It's very, very exciting. There's a lot of talent, and I'm very excited to get and do this with you guys because it's just something different. So I'm going to get started. I'm going to do the United States last, so that way you guys have to stay tuned towards the very end. First, I'm going to go to Argentina. So I highlighted a few players. I did research on all of this just for you guys on some names that we might know. But for Argentina, their best player, in my opinion, is going to be Florencia Chagas. And she was drafted to the Indiana Fever in 2021. She plays frequently for Argentina. She wins lots of MVPs for them. So I have a feeling that she's going to be the best player again on their team this year. Then you also have Luciana Della Barba. She's a great scorer, a great rebounder. She does look like she's she's scored over 1,500 points overseas for Argentina and all the different things that they have been doing. So she seems like a great player for them. She also played for them last year. And then you have Giselle Bota, who's an excellent three-point shooter. She hits at least like 3 or 4 threes per game. She also played last year for them. And then their main post looks like Julieta Mungo, who seems like a decent player. And then everyone else, either I could not find a list on them or just didn't seem like it was all like question marks. So those are the 4 main players that I found that I think are going to be the best for them. I'm excited to see what Florencia Chagas is going to do, but I think they are going to struggle against a couple of these teams, like who I'm going to next, which is Brazil. And I have to say, I think Brazil is actually going to give USA and Team Canada a run for their money this year. I think Brazil is going to be really good. They have a lot of talent. The biggest talented name that you guys all probably know is Camilla Cardoso, who plays for the Chicago Sky, played college basketball at South Carolina. She's a 6'7" post. 6'7"? If you know, you know. But she's going to be really tough. Then you also have Demiris Dantas, who plays for the Indiana Fever currently. Another very strong post. Then you also have Manu Alves, who is an incoming freshman to Illinois University. Sorry, she went to IMG the past couple years. She is a 6'3" post. She looks like she has a very strong presence on the inside. Then you have Emanuele de Oliveira, and she played at Florida. All these players have played at really high Power 5 schools. Catarina Ferreira plays at Oregon State currently. She's an excellent scorer and a very tough rebounder on the inside. She puts up around 15, 20 points a game and at least 5-6 rebounds. So it'll be exciting to watch her, see what she can do. Then you have Alana Gonçalo. She played at Alabama. She's a guard currently, which is good because I think Brazil, they're very big, but they need some guard play in there, you know. Then you have Ayla McDowell, who is committed to South Carolina. She was a McDonald's All-American this year, almost MVP. She's just an amazing scorer. I'll be interested to see if she's a starter for this team. Then you have Isa Nicoletti, who played 4 years at Fairfield University, graduated, and she's playing her 5th year at Florida State, I believe is what it was. She was a McDonald's All-American. She played in the Jordan Classic. She was Gatorade Player of the Year in 2018. She's an excellent player that I'm excited to watch her, see how she gels. She looks like she might be a in between a guard and a post, so pretty interesting. Excited to watch her. Then you have Tessa Quiros, I think is how you say it. She's going to North Carolina. You might have seen her if you pay attention on the AAU side. She played at OT Select last year, was an outstanding player for Why Not Premier over the last couple years, so it'll be fun to watch her. Then you have Thena Silva, who is a Brazilian vet, is what everyone likes to call her. She's an amazing shooter and a scorer. She's basically done like Brazil's 3-on-3, 5-on-5. She's done everything possible for Brazil. So excited to see her vet and leadership skills come in there. Then you have Isa Verahau, and she played at Syracuse, and she plays at Syracuse and is a strong post player. Brazil, I think, is very tough. I think they need a little bit more guard play. I think Ayla McDowell will be great for them there. But I'll be interested to see how this team gels. I think that they have a lot of potential and have the talent to beat anybody. Then we go to Puerto Rico. I only have 2 players listed here because you guys, lots of these players we don't really know. But Paulina Paris, who became popular at North Carolina, she's going to play at SMU this upcoming year. She's a strong guard. Then you have Angelina Velez, who is also a strong guard who plays at Syracuse. So those are the 2 most common names for Puerto Rico. I look forward to seeing them making the roster. Then we go to El Salvador, which we have Kimberly Villalobos, who is an San Diego State alum. She's a very strong post. It's funny because I actually got to watch Kim grow up playing high school on the AAU side, and she's just so good. She was so good at San Diego State, stayed there for all 4 of her years, and now going on to play for El Salvador is going to be very exciting to watch her play. Then we go to Mexico. We have the one and only Gabriela Jaquez, who is a UCLA alum. She is, I don't know, I guess she's kind of in between. She's a guard and a big, but a great shooter overall. So it'll be exciting to see what she could do for Mexico. Then we have Erica Carr, who plays at University of San Diego. So I'll be excited to see that duo play together. Then we have 3 teams that don't have a trial roster listed, and that's China, Colombia, and the Dominican Republic, so I cannot speak on them. But it'll be interesting to see who they do have on their roster. So as of right now, going through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 teams so far, I have Brazil as the favorite to win it all, but now we move on to the 2 powerhouses of Canada and USA. So for Canada, what the heck? For Canada, I have Kayla Alexander listed. She was drafted by the Minnesota Lynx at one point. She went to Syracuse. She's a post player, got her jersey retired at Syracuse. She's an excellent player. Next we have Nia Becker, who is a Wake Forest alumni. We have Cheyenne Day Wilson, who is currently at LSU. She played at Duke, and I think she went to Miami at one point, is where she first went to school at. But she's a short guard who is very shifty, can get downhill at will. She's a great addition to Canada and a very great guard. She has a high IQ as well. Then we have Yvonne Ejim, which you guys, for those that have been listening to my podcast for the longest time, her name was always mentioned because she was just such a great player at Gonzaga. She's like one of the best players to ever come out of there for sure. She was drafted by the Indiana Fever this last year. So she'll be playing for Canada, and I know that she'll be making a name for herself because she's used to dominating. Then we have Delaney Gibb from BYU. She's a great player, a great shooter, kind of like a 3-4 position, so she could do a little bit of everything, and a great defender. Then we have Sammy Hill, who is a Virginia Tech alumni, who is also a point guard. I'll be excited to watch her play. Then we have big Filipina Kie, who is from Oregon. She is a very strong post. She rebounds the ball very well. She's not so great of a finisher around the basket, but she's just so tall. I think she's like 6'6", I believe. So she's a very strong physical presence on the inside. Then you have Shayna Pellington, who is an Arizona alumni. She is also a point guard, so it'll be cool to watch her, Sammy Hill, and Cheyenne Dale Wilson go head to head with each other with those minutes. Then you have Marissa Russell, who is from Louisville. She's an outstanding shooter from what I researched on her. I do not remember her name too much from Louisville, but I'll be excited to watch some of her game a little bit. Then we have Sarah Tay Bizau, who is a Maryland alumni. She scored over 1,500 college points. She is a guard as well. Most of you might know her because she went crazy in Maryland's playoff run in the NCAA tournament this last year. Like, she averaged over 20 points per game, over like 5.5 rebounds. She went crazy. So she has the ability and the talent to basically do all kinds of sort of things. So it'll be exciting to watch her gel with this team. And lastly, Tara Wallach, who is a Washington State alumni. She just recently received the first team WCC conference. She's a strong post player and has all types of awards at Washington State. So Canada has a stacked roster as well. I can't wait to watch them and Brazil go head to head. Brazil is definitely taller, but Canada has the guard power. Then we move on to Powerhouse USA, which we know almost the entire roster, so I'm going to go through everybody. First, we have Reagan Beers, who is a post player, originally at where was she at? She was at Oregon State, which she made a big name for herself, hit the transfer portal, then now she's at Oklahoma. Reagan Beers is just outstanding. She has talent that is pretty hard to find nowadays, so I'm excited to see what she's going to be able to do. Then we have Michaela Blakes, who is an outstanding guard from Vanderbilt. I have barely been able to see anybody that can score like her. Like, she's an outstanding scorer. I'll be excited to see if she could keep it up during the FIBA AmeriCup, because it's definitely different than college basketball. Next up, we have the one and only Madison Booker from Texas. She's just an outstanding talent. I mean, there's not too much to say from her. I mean, people think she's the female Kevin Durant, and I totally see it. Madison Booker's so tough. Then we have Mara Braun from Minnesota, who is a guard. Jelani Cambridge, who's also a guard from Ohio State. We have big Audi Crooks from Iowa State, which nobody can guard her. Is actually insane. Then we have Joyce Edwards, who is so athletic and so talented, from South Carolina. Staley Hurd from Oklahoma State. Hannah Hidalgo, a guard that can literally get by anybody and everybody, from Notre Dame. Flau'jae Johnson, who just plays so tough and is a great defender, from LSU. Gianna Neepkins, who's originally from University of Utah, where most of us know her from. She's not a great shooter. She's now going to school at UCLA this upcoming year. Then we have Dariana Littlepage Buggs from Baylor, which she rebounds the ball insane. She's a great rebounder, so that's a great addition for USA. Then we also have Olivia Miles, who's originally from Notre Dame. Her passing skills are actually insane. Nobody can pass better than her. She's going to TCU this year. Then we have Camille Pierre, who is from Arizona originally. I've actually played against her a few times. She goes to Vanderbilt, but she really made a name for herself this past season and her freshman year. She's a great rebounder, has talent when she really goes her hardest, and I'm excited to see her make a name for herself as well, because when she's dedicated to something, then she's really going to go crazy and go all out for it. Then you have Reagan Richardson, who is a Duke alum. She was drafted by the Minnesota Lynx this past year. She's just such a smart player, can do a little bit of everything, and a great shooter. Then we have Kennedy Smith from USC. She's a great player overall, so tough. Being a starter for USC this year before she was injured is outstanding for a true freshman in college. Then you have Hannah Stuelk from Iowa, another strong post on the inside. Grace Van Sluten, another strong post on the inside. She originally was at Oregon, then transferred to Michigan State. And lastly, Peyton Verhulst, which I don't know too much about, but she is from Oklahoma. So you got a stacked trial roster here. It'll be interesting to see who they cut and who they actually keep for USA, because there's just so much talent there. It's all very exciting. I mean, of course, I have to take USA. There's just so much talent. It'll just be interesting to see if they can actually gel together. Coming in second place, honestly, I think I might have to take Brazil coming in second place and Canada third. But either way, it's going to be really close between Brazil and Canada, as they both have their strengths and weaknesses there. But I got USA on top for the FIBA AmeriCup. I'm excited to see how all these teams battle against each other, though, because there's always like an interesting game here and there, some close games that no one thinks that should be close, you know. So it's all very exciting. I'm excited to watch it all go down, watch it all happen, and stay tuned for all of that. I really appreciate all of you guys listening to this podcast. There's some few changes coming to my family just in general, so I might lag a little bit here and there on the podcast, but I had to get one out for you guys before going into the new week, especially the FIBA AmeriCup, as the trials are, in 2 days is when they start for most of the countries, so it's all very exciting. Can't wait to see how it all goes down, and I hope you guys follow along with me as well. So that's all I have for you guys today. I really appreciate you joining in and listening to today's podcast, and I will see you guys all next time. That wraps up today's episode of the Tatiana Harness Pod.